The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Step it off, break it down and lose it. Come on, follow us to the new revolution. Come on, step it off, break it down and lose it. Come on, follow us to the new revolution. That this battle I am never losing. I'm choosing to ignore the cuts and bumps and bruises. I'm cruising through these haters, leave them looking stupid. They foolish if they think they'll ever hear my conclusion. I'm through with all these part-timers and their excuses. I'm bruising eagles left and right every time I do this. I'm shooting for the top, no I'll never settle what you did. The future's in my hands, my grip will never lose it. My crew is ready to obtain the absolution. Removing any doubt that we was ever fooling. Come on, step it off, break it down and lose it. Come on, follow us to the new revolution. Come on, step it off, break it down and lose it. Come on, follow us to the new revolution.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
Hey, welcome to Still Toking with. My name is Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard here, and we have an awesome show scheduled for you today. And as always, before we get the ball rolling, make sure you check out the show notes up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. That's where you're going to find all the information about our awesome guests and these awesome dudes here. Dude number one, Ben, how's it going?
Good. How you doing, brother?
Doing fine, doing fine. And dude number two, Jeffrey.
I want to know when we became dudes.
I've always been a dude.
Well, yeah, but in the introduction, dudes.
Dude,
come on.
Dude.
You're killing me, guy. I'm just glad you pushed the right fucking button to start tonight.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's well, I got one job. Might as well do it right.
So, yeah, welcome to the show, everybody.
Yeah. So
we're going to have fun.
We are, and I'm waiting for you to do try to pronounce our most awesome guest's name, Jeffrey.
It's let me introduce Chloe Traicos.
That's right.
See, and it wasn't even on the screen. I couldn't.
He cheated. He cheated. When you went to get your coffee, he asked her. He cheated.
Oh, I kind of figured he would.
Well, it was accepted either way. So Traicos or Traicos.
That's right. That's right. Yes. Well, the actual correct pronunciation is Traicos, but Americans say Traicos, which I think sounds so much better. So I'm happy to just go with that.
Awesome.
Fair enough.
And just a heads up, we'll play the trailer a little later, but you have a brand new movie that was out in theaters introducing Judea.
Yes.
And that came out just 2 weeks ago, right?
That's right. Yes.
Wow. I'm impressed that you didn't butcher the name, Leo. Oh, wait, Leo's the dork. He doesn't butcher the name. That's our job. My bad.
Judeo, see, it's so new. It's not even on my notes.
Well, that's because you didn't look at the right stuff, because I have it on mine. See?
Oh, well, see, I go back.
Oh,
That's
me
what
too.
I try and do.
Oh, me too.
You know?
I couldn't find much dirt on her, though. I found a little bit.
No, I didn't find any dirt.
Well, I wouldn't call it dirt, but something interesting. But we'll get into that after.
You know?
Right?
Oh, there's a
So,
lot of interesting
yeah.
stuff. But
Yeah, there's a ton of interesting stuff.
Fire away, Leo, because you want to say something. I can see that.
I was just
spot.
going to say, looking at your IMDb, The Righteous Gemstones.
That's right. Yes.
Oh my God, I love that show.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It is. It's
I was more impressed that you actually did an appearance on MacGyver.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Oh yeah, no, that was that was just a I think it's like that was like a blink and you miss me one, but yeah, the Gemstones was more fun.
It does, yeah. I mean, it didn't matter. It's a blink. I mean, that was always one of my favorite shows, and just the fact that you were a blink on it.
Well, this is the new one, not the classic old one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I know. It's I personally don't think it's as good as the old one, but that's just.
No, it's not as good as the old
I agree with her.
Yeah.
See, I like her already.
Yep. No,
Yeah.
no, nothing beats the original.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the new one, did he like? Was he able to do stuff with like a paperclip and a piece of gum, and then you know what?
I mean, to be honest, I don't actually watch the show, but
I will not be on another episode.
But I presume he is. Actually, it's very interesting. When I was growing up in Africa, there was a horrible case where these kids were kidnapped in South Africa, and one girl actually escaped because she watched MacGyver, and she saw how she opened she was locked in a closet. She opened it with a tin can. And after that, like my mom went out and bought the whole collection of videos and was like, you kids are watching this in case you're ever kidnapped.
That's awesome, actually.
So yeah, she actually and she escaped, and thanks to her, they actually caught the couple who were kidnapping these kids. But it was thanks to MacGyver. So yeah.
Wow. It could go an opposite way. I mean, I loved the original MacGyver, but they tried to do a spy show similar where the spy was like, the first season, he was like saying, if you need to get into a room, this is how you make like a small bomb to like blow, and it was just like MacGyver, talking things through. But the thing was, what he was talking about was actually real, and they had to like cut that out.
So actually, people could get the wrong people seeing it, and
yeah, crazy. I mean, it was a cool concept, but it was it really went downhill after the first season.
And that's where Leo dorks out, folks.
I do. Sorry about that.
Okay.
But yeah, so you're a writer, a producer,
right,
an actress.
Yes.
What else do you do?
Well, producing something I do because I have to. It's not by choice. I'm mostly a writer actress, but yes, it's it's kind of one of these things in this, to get your project off the ground, you kind of have to play a producing role as well.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, she's right.
Yeah, she's absolutely right.
Kind of what we're doing.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. So one thing that I'm not sure if you guys had a chance to watch it, but I watched you're introducing Judea, and one thing that I love about it is movies like this showing since I don't know that lifestyle, like how much of it is real.
I mean, well, a lot of it is it's poetic license, obviously, but it's a lot of it was inspired by real stuff. I mean, everyone going out to be an actor is told unpleasant things, like why they were wrong for a role and stuff. And of course, I had to I made the grand character was like a caricature of all horrible agents. He says to her, you're too ugly, you can't act, all of this stuff. So, that's stuff we've all experienced. And then it just, and stuff like also in LA, they very you just can't get meetings with agents. It's impossible. And so, you have to get a manager to book a meeting with an agent. It's like, so that was where I came up with the idea of the comic Jodea kind of sneaking into the offices, getting escorted out kind of thing, because I thought that adds to the comedy of it. But they are like that here. They are very, there is like this whole us and them kind of way of life. And, it's very hard to break into, which is kind of the whole thing of the story.
And so like a director actually staying in the trailer and then like having a camera and microphone on set, is that like, do people actually do that?
Apparently they do. I haven't encountered it. we the guy who was going to direct this before John came on board, wonderful guy. It was actually his idea, and he and he said he'd been on so many film shoots where directors had done that. He ended up not directing because he was a award-winning editor and director, and he kept getting these multi-million-dollar gigs. And eventually, I said to him, "Look, I want to go ahead," and he said, "Look, go ahead without me, Chloe. It's fine." But that I kept in, and and he's credited with that because it was such a funny storyline, and I think it worked. Kind of. Yeah, I mean, so I personally never encountered it, but yeah, apparently it happens.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Since we don't live that lifestyle, over in LA, it's just, a lot of us imagine, what is, I know Ben and Jeff probably, what it's like, being on set and stuff like that, but it's just.
Well, yeah, but it's a little weird because we're with Bill. I mean, that's not like, that's not normal shit,
Yeah, what we're doing is not normal.
No.
Not at all.
No.
A lot of people can't say that they're actually very close with the owner of the studio and the guy that's producing it and directing it and filming it and lighting it,
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But we're building our own sets and we're doing, what I mean? So we're totally,
great. I love it.
Totally hands-on, which makes it really, really personal. And we love that,
Yes.
Yeah. And we love Bill,
but it's not
he's
normal,
family,
so we're just not normal. Nothing we do is normal.
Nope.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's the best way to be, not normal.
No, we don't even have a script.
Well, that's good. I'm always more relaxed with those interviews that are without a script.
Oh, even the filming. There's no script.
We're filming a TV series that coincides with our comic book. And we're using the comic book as the script, and we're just elongating every scene.
I love it. Well, I find that the actors who are good with improv are the best. Like, I mean, with the Jodea movie, the guy who plays Harold, he improvs most of that. And same with Steve Kimber, the guy who plays Fred. He's a stand-up comedian, and so they improved a lot of the dialogue, and it was hilarious.
I think it makes it more real. Yeah,
it does. It makes it more real, and especially like with me being a writer, often when I write characters, like I'm not a guy, I sometimes say things that guys would never say, and I've had actors look at me and go, "Oh, the guy just wouldn't say that," and I'm like. I'm totally cool. Like, I'm just like, I want it to sound real. So I always just say to them, well, say what sounds natural to you, And so it's, it does. You're right. It does seem more real. And that's, and I like that.
Cool.
Absolutely. Leo's geeking out up there for some reason.
Yeah, he is. He's geeking out about something.
I'm keeping eyes on everything. So this movie, just hit theaters. So what's your next project that you're working on?
I have a few. I'm not sure which one. It's going to be a case of whichever one gets the most interest. I mean, I have several. I have an action project. I have a courtroom drama. I have a thriller. I have so I'm not actually sure. It's hard to say.
Okay. So
basically what she's telling everybody that's watching and going to be listening is join her page, follow along, and pay attention. It's pretty simple. Or they can find out more about her where, Leo?
Up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us.
And that would be in the show notes.
That's why we have him.
I got one job and I tried to do it well. We do have the trailer. Would you like to introducing Jodea?
You mean like what do you want me to say? Like where it's playing, or say
whatever you'd like to say.
Okay, so introducing Jodea is a little romantic comedy, which about the film industry, about a very untalented actress who crosses paths with a world famous director, and he teaches her to act. And it's meant to be just a feel good story, which people I think need after the year of COVID. So yes, it's on at the Lamley theaters have screened it, and they're screening it online. I'm not sure for how much longer, but it's on their site lamley.com. And then we should be online on various platforms pretty soon after.
Very cool. Here we go.
$5 for a minute. special today.
If you get Ethan Burns for me, then the movie's a hit.
Ethan's heard all the rumors about the drug abuse, and he doesn't want any part of it.
We need to find out who's trying.
How about we come to an arrangement? I'll take care of the damage and you put me in your film.
I don't believe this.
You killed my brother. Now, vengeance is mine.
If you could teach that to act, I convince Ethan Burns to do the lead in the film.
What the hell are you doing?
Punching. It says in the script.
Just don't.
Vengeance is mine.
Is it? I feel like the bag's winning here.
I really hope I don't fuck this up. Now it's time for you to fate.
She is so bad. He's got to be fucking her.
Cut!
Hollywood's not about loyalty, Zach.
Who is she? Who is she?
All that stuff you told me about thinking I had potential, that was all lies, huh?
You ever see a film called Born in Vegas?
That is the worst acting ever. Have you seen it?
I had the lead role in that film.
There we go. And links are in the show notes up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. And, it's definitely, it's hard to say.
Awesome. Dude, I was laughing my
like
ass
a girl.
Yeah. The idea. Yeah, it's I mean it's meant to be a funny, silly movie, and I just think but hopefully people watch it and enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, that one line that she's so bad he must be fucking her. I literally almost choked on my soda. I was like, what? Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Yes, it's a good comedy, but it's also a feel good movie, and we definitely need more movies like that after the hell of a year that we all had. So it's
yes.
People keep talking about this hell of a year that they had. I didn't experience that. I don't know.
But you don't need it with your work if you're based inside, aren't you? So you were okay.
No, I do construction for a living. This is like a part. Yeah, this is a thing that we do for fun.
Construction would have not been good.
No, that wasn't any fun. But we were able to kick out 2 comic books last year and start the filming of the TV series. So we just.
So you use it as an opportunity. That's fantastic.
Yes. Take advantage of the time. Yep.
Yes, that's it. Well, we were so lucky. We shot the entire movie. We finished shooting the pickup shots except one the week before lockdown. And the shot we didn't get is the shot at the limo shot when Zach goes to pick her up for the premiere. And to me, as a girl, that's one of my favorite moments because it's the romantic moment. It's the first time he kind of sees her as a woman.
Yeah.
Director John was kind of like, well, he didn't really want to do that shot in the first place. And it ended up, the day we were shooting, there was a mix-up with the limo company, which is why we didn't get it. So we shot the reverse on me, but we didn't get the shot on Zach. And then, of course, lockdown happens. So, so John edited the movie, except for that shot. And I was, resigned to thinking, will we ever get it? But we did. Like towards the end of lockdown, we managed to get in touch with the limo company, who were amazing, and they and we got it. Because to me, John was like, well, you got to think about, we might just have to take that out altogether, and we just go straight from her putting on makeup to the movie premiere. And a few of the girls who've seen the movie agree with me. It's very much a girl thing. They're like, no, we needed that shot. So yeah.
Right. Well, sometimes it's those little things that can make a big difference.
The sentimental side of stuff.
Right.
Exactly. And it's so lockdown was good for us in that we got the editing done.
Right.
Cool. Now you did you wrote another one, and I think Leo mentioned it before, and who is Stephanie V?
Oh yes, that was my first movie. I Wish I Was Stephanie V. That was that was another comedy. That followed the lives of 3 girls in Australia, all from different ethnic backgrounds. And Stephanie V's this gorgeous Eurasian girl who seemingly has everything, but and it's later found out that she's actually HIV positive. So it's a comedy, but with the dark side to it too.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out if like Stephanie V was actually a real person that.
No, it's
okay.
It's I mean, look, you're better than most. A lot of people said to us, "Oh, is that? I wish I was Stephanie the Fifth." So it's
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, that would be weird.
But yeah, no, that was my first movie, my first feature. Yeah.
And you won an award of excellence for that.
That had a good festival run. Yep, it was. I mean, it was very much a little independent piece that, but it was a lot of fun making it, and it was my first one.
Now, was that filmed in Australia while you were there?
That was when I was living there. Yes.
Okay, but it premiered in New York.
It did premiere in New York. I find it's why I see. I love America. America tends to support my movies more than Australia does. So I always get all my films always get rejected from the Australian film festivals, but they do really well over here. So so it's like we get all kinds of it's wonderful. So that was a festival, the New York City International Film Festival, and that year I haven't done it since they actually had outdoor screenings in Times Square.
Right.
And we opened the festival, and it was just amazing, surreal, seeing your movie up there in Times Square. It was incredible.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was great.
I want my movie in Times Square. I'll probably get arrested for playing it, but hey.
I'll get arrested just for being there.
Yeah, probably. It's okay though. I'm okay with that. I don't mind.
Yeah. So you were raised in the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, nothing. Carry on.
No. I was gonna say. So you're raised in Zimbabwe, and your father was a cricket star.
That's right.
I wanted to see where he was going with that. There's stuff that I want to talk about that after. But yes, your father was a cricket star. Go ahead.
Yes. He used to play cricket for Zimbabwe. Yep.
Okay.
How do you play with crickets?
I was gonna say, it's like it's see, this is when we immigrated, why we didn't go to America, because I don't think my dad could have handled going to a country where they didn't know what cricket is. So that's why my parents are in Australia. I came over here by myself. But cricket is a very slow version of baseball.
Okay, I mean, over here we have crickets.
Yes.
Do you guys have crickets?
We do. We have crickets in Zimbabwe. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
What the hell kind of question is that?
Yeah. What the hell, Jeff?
It's like, hey, look, a fucking squirrel.
Is cricket the one with like the flat bat, or is that?
Yes, they have a flat bat, and please don't ask me too much about it. I'm so embarrassed to say I know so little about the game, even though I grew up watching it.
And I know they bounce the ball in.
It looks like golf, sort of.
No. I think you're thinking of croquet.
Maybe I don't know. It's all the same to me.
It's like baseball, but they all wear white, and it's very slow.
Croquet, isn't that the thing you do with the needles and you make things? Oh,
you're thinking of
gotcha.
Yeah, no, cricket.
That's sort of like knitting.
Leo.
I don't know anything about sewing or knitting, so but yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, well, this is also, I barely know sports myself, but the U.S. is mainly just, football and baseball.
Baseball and basketball, I think, as well.
And hockey.
Yeah, I was gonna say no, hockey. Baseball's like watching fucking paint dry.
Yeah.
No. You see, baseball's exciting compared to cricket.
No, well, it's all like watching paint dry to me.
See, I love baseball. I try to make one game a year. So yeah.
Okay.
I went to a baseball game once. I think I fell asleep. Under a blanket because it was fucking freezing. It was in April.
Well, you got to go to a game in like L.A. or something where it's always sunny.
Or go in a box.
Oh, he can't afford the box.
So those are hellish expensive usually. Yeah.
A box? What am I, a cat?
I'm not going to answer that. not touching that one.
So let's veer it back to your film.
Can you do that, please?
I'm gonna try. So you with these passion projects that you have, you said you had to become a producer to make sure they get made. So what's the process? We keep on hearing I know people outside of film industry, like we know what the director does and stuff like that, but like a producer, we really don't know what it does.
Yeah, I know, it's funny. So many people said to me, what's the difference between a producer and director? But I mean, and I didn't know myself. Well, when I was a kid, I always used to wonder the same thing. It's a producer who gets a project off the ground. They will appoint a director. And then they will go out. The producer's job is to find the money, go to investors, and also to, it's more the producer who's involved in the director to package it for the bigger budget projects. There's a whole packaging thing. Like they will say, okay, so here's this project. We have Steven Spielberg directing, and we would like to put it out to, you go to the agents. We'd like to make an offer to Tom Cruise or to whoever they want to go it out to. So it's a whole process, which the producer does in getting it off the ground. And then also it's kind of like, at the very end, it's kind of the producer has the final say of the cut, which is why you often get those director cuts. Because that's like the directors having their say, like, hate what you did to my ending. This is my version. So that's why often you get those on DVD. So yeah, so it's kind of like the producer's kind of like the power person.
Leo, you should know that. You're the producer of the Dorkening Podcast Network.
The hell? This is different. I'm pushing buttons here. It's just...
Well, that's kind of what the producer does. He pushes everybody's or she pushes everybody's buttons.
Right. They do. Yep.
You know how many buttons I push for sponsorships?
Yep. And they get on everyone's nerves because they kind of like, why does that cost so much? We're not spending X amount of dollars on that, so it's kind of, the director's job's easy. He just tells all the actors what to do. So it's, so that's technically what a producer is.
That was actually a good answer because I always wondered that myself.
That was actually a good question.
Yeah.
I'm almost impressed with you tonight, Leo. Just saying.
You don't give Leo enough credit.
I give Leo more than enough credit.
So
I don't.
Who else did I send a Baby Yoda Silva to?
A Baby Yoda Silva.
Yeah, 1 ounce. It's 1 troy ounce of silver shaped like Baby Yoda. Come on, look at Baby Yoda behind him back there. I give him more than enough credit. Leo.
Yes, sir.
We have sponsors.
Oh yeah, we do. It's a good thing. Thanks for reminding me.
It's about that time, so you should probably do that before we forget again.
Okay, so yeah, we try our best to produce a big show for you, and with that, it costs money to run everything, and we have an awesome sponsor. We love indie people, and Deadly Grounds. They're a little mom and pop shop right here in Connecticut. They make the absolute best coffee you'll ever have. As a matter of fact, I'm drinking a lot of it right now. But you know what? Here's a zombie talking about coffee.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
And so if you love flavored coffee, I'm drinking chocolate raspberry right now. They have a new s'mores flavored, which I keep on hearing is amazing. But I have too much coffee. I need to
Isn't the chocolate raspberry the witch's brew? Is that witch's brew?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, so good.
You okay, Leo?
I'm okay. Yeah.
Do you need a Kleenex or a tissue?
Well,
you look like you got really excited just now. I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
Well, this is what happens when I'm drinking coffee instead of my normal rum and Coke. Once once the doctor says that I'm okay to drink, I'll get back on the rum and Coke.
You can't drink right now. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's well, I'm on a couple different meds right now, so
Oh, that sucks.
yeah, I was in the hospital a couple weeks back, but it's
Oh, sorry.
all's good. But you know what's even better is these guys here have an awesome trailer for episode 1. What's that look for?
I don't know. Push the buttons. Will you start drinking again?
If your world was turned upside down, what would you do?
What the fuck are we gonna do now? Get high.
We are the watching. We are the waiting. We are the remnant, host of vengeful souls forsaken. We'll show no mercy. We'll show no kindness. We'll strip your flesh and leave forgotten bones behind us. We are the uninvited. From focus, if you dare, we would be so delighted. We are the uninvited. From focus, if you dare, we would be so delighted for the chance to find you in despair. We are the uninvited. From focus, if you dare, we would be so delighted for the chance to find you in despair. Despair, you're often in despair.
It was more fun that way.
So if you want to support these awesome people, check the links up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. That was Token with the Dead episode 1, and there's a Vimeo link right below. And you're talking about drinking, Connecticut's legal now.
I wasn't even impressed by that trailer. I mean, those guys can't fucking act. And they're both ugly.
When are we going to see a trailer for episode 2? You going to do a trailer for that?
It's in the works. It's in the works. Yeah, there'll be a trailer for that.
I don't know, but we're not here to talk about that.
No, we're not.
Oh, that's funny.
And yes, you're right.
I thought it was great.
In Connecticut did go legal.
It did.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
So when are we going to see you cracking out the pipe?
Jeff better drop off some gummies when you drive on through.
Ooh.
That's how it's going to be, huh?
That is a date.
Yes,
I'll make them drive the hour out of the way to the other side of Connecticut just to drop them off.
Yeah. See, that's the weird thing is they legalized it, but legally you can't bring it into the state. Like you can't cross borders, and Connecticut can't sell. So it's illegal to possess. It's legal to possess. You can't buy it or you can't.
Yeah, you're a couple of years away with that.
Just move to California, you'll be fine, Leo.
I think it's next year.
Yeah, I heard a couple of years away with that, but
a couple of years to grow.
Okay. If they're like Massachusetts, it's all dragging your ass. Okay. They just drag their ass. They want the license money, the license money, the license money.
Yeah.
Hello, gentlemen.
Yes.
Hello. Do you not see that we have a guest?
We do.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you just wanted to be like the Leo and Jeff show, and we could just sit back and chill and drink.
So, who's Catherine? Is it your mom or
My sister?
Your sister.
Yeah.
Okay. Because she wrote and directed Ghost Death.
Yes, that was a short movie she did with me, which was very, very, a very quirky one when she was studying film, and we actually managed to shoot that at the Sydney. We actually got permission because when you're film students and part of a film school, you can get permission. We actually shot that at the Sydney Opera House.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Yeah, that was that was good fun. Yeah.
See, now I got to go to Australia.
You would love Australia. Most Americans love it. It's very much like here, but more laid back because there are less people. So, it's a great place. I do love Australia.
I hear it's more dangerous though.
No way. No, how so? No.
The creatures like
the creatures.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
creatures.
that's only like that's like when you go out in the outback in the bush. That's like you in the towns. No, there's like it's safe as.
Yeah, you got to watch out for the giant toads there.
Yeah.
Well, you see these pictures of giant spiders.
Yeah,
and
there are dangerous spiders. Yes, but I mean, it's really it's no. I mean, that's the chances are of you encountering one when you in the city is
okay.
The outback in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Normal daytime in LA. Yeah, I'd go to Australia too. I'm just saying.
I hear you also got to be beware of the drop bears.
Yeah. Yeah, that. Now that there are so many legends and myths about drop bears. It's like it was one of the first things I was told. But the thing with Australia is, if you haven't seen Australia, you do have to be out and see a little bit of the country and see kangaroos because kangaroos, like everyone thinks they're these cute things. They're actually quite scary when you see them in the flesh. They're pretty big.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a great place and it's very the people are very friendly and it's just very laid back. It's it is a great place to live.
Oh.
So drop bears are a thing. I thought they were just koalas that you call drop bears just to scare people.
No.
She's like, no.
They're not koalas. Yeah, they're just like it's. Yeah.
Now, when you lived there, did you visit New Zealand?
I haven't. I want to though. My mom and my sister have. I would love to see New Zealand. It looks like the most gorgeous country.
That's on my bucket list.
Oh yeah, definitely mine too.
Is it Angel Falls that's in New Zealand?
I have no idea.
The waterfall that when you stand at the bottom, it's one of the largest waterfalls. But when you stand at the bottom, it
Really?
actually looks like it's flowing up instead of down.
Oh,
I think it is.
And I don't know anything about that. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it is.
but yeah, it's
But it's supposed to be beautiful, so it's on my bucket list.
yes. No, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah. You look at anything outside of New England and it's like
Well, New England is beautiful in its own right.
I love New England. It's so beautiful and
I mean, where'd we go last Saturday? Oh, East Cuddy bumfuck, right?
Greenfield or some shit.
Yeah, it was in the middle of fucking nowhere. We had to drive across. We had to drive across a freaking brook just to get to the field we were supposed to be in.
Gorgeous. Oh, lovely.
But no, there's beautiful country up here.
It is. It's beautiful. I love it. My sister-in-law.
There's none of it in Connecticut for some reason, but
I've got to admit, I've only ever taken a train through Connecticut. I've never actually been there, but I saw it. I saw it look beautiful. But
he's busting on me because I'm in Connecticut. So.
I know, but I think it looks gorgeous. The East Coast a bit than the West Coast any day.
Yeah, the coast in Connecticut's really good. If you go like inwards, it's and some of the cities are a bit crazy, but yeah, the coast is okay.
Other than Hartford, it's just dead.
Yeah, well, you can get a little scary too, New Haven and yeah.
Well, Vegas is a city that never sleeps. Hartford is a city that's always asleep.
Really? Seems awake when I'm leaving work at 4:30.
Well, what I'm saying is I've done events down in Hartford. Okay.
Oh yeah, because the events are on the weekend and like everybody leaves Hartford on the weekend.
The event closes at 5 or 6 o'clock. You go outside.
It's like the Jeff and Leo show up there.
There's nothing there. There's no people. There's nothing.
I think when you're so close to New York, it's kind of like, why wouldn't you go to the Big Apple if you're that close? It's
See, that's where we film is New York, but we don't go to the city. We go upper state, right on the Hudson.
Oh, okay, yes, lovely. Yes.
So we're up in the country area, which is nice.
That's nice. That is nice. Yes.
But all right. Anyway,
so
as Leo said earlier, I'm getting in on this. Shut up. As Leo said earlier, we have mentioned that you were born and raised in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
And you lived there till about 2005.
Yes.
And there was a reason why you left. Would you like to fill in the listeners and viewers?
I mean, well, it was mostly political. I mean, for those of you who don't know, Zimbabwe up until 4 years ago was ruled by dictator Robert Mugabe, who had been in power. It was in power 37 years altogether. And it pretty much, things were getting intimidating. People were getting attacked for their political beliefs. I mean, not like here where you get verbally attacked, like people were getting beaten up and killed. So we got out. I also made a documentary where I interviewed Zimbabwean refugees, people who'd had to leave. And so, so the bottom line is I can't go back to Zimbabwe. I mean, I possibly could now because Mugabe's dead, but it's under Mugabe, I could not go back because the law there, when Mugabe passed a law saying that if you spread anti-government information internationally, they can take away your passport and put you in jail for 20 years. And I wasn't going to be taking that risk. So, so that was kind of it. So yeah, I did. It was very anti-Mugabe, this documentary I did. And, but it was great. It was great making it. And I met some amazing people who had some incredible stories.
Right.
And it was important to get that out. I mean,
to me, that's a very, out of everything that you've done, all these, great films and the writing and the directing and producing, that to me is who you really are.
But it took guts and balls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's I mean, having said that, don't give me too much glory because I did actually make it from the safety of Australia. These refugees were living in Australia, which but even in Australia, I had some people who wouldn't meet with me and who backed out of interviews because they had such horrific experiences that they were terrified. They refused. Some of them, I mean, if you watch documentaries, most of them, some give their names courageously. Others, some choose to remain anonymous. But and then one guy I think just gives his first name. He doesn't give his last name. But it's just But it was very. It was interesting. Just people who had really, really bad things happen. They were just so traumatized, even though they were living across the world. They just didn't want to risk anything.
Now, is that available to watch still?
No, I can give you a copy.
I would love to see it. I mean, and if people are looking for it out there, I believe the name of it is A Stranger in My Homeland.
Yes.
Yes.
And from what I've read, and I don't know if it's true, but you actually won awards for that documentary.
We did. We won a lot of awards. We won. We screened in a few festivals that dealt with human rights and stuff because that's pretty much the message of it. Mm-hmm. It was looking at the situation in Zimbabwe and
right. You won Best Director for that.
I did, yes, that was my directing debut. Yeah.
I mean, what a way to start off, right?
Well, this is the thing. Is like I'm not really a documentary maker, but when that was a topic that I was just very passionate about, and it was also frustrating because people often, this is the thing when we were in Zimbabwe and there were all these horrible things happening around us. I can remember turning on the news and we'd put on CNN, BBC, and my mom was like, "Why aren't they reporting what's happening here?" They were reporting on everything else happening in the world. So we, and I kind of wanted people to know. So that was my reason for doing it. But yeah.
Well, I commend you for that, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It says here that you're heavily involved in the Save Zimbabwe movement as well. Still, is that correct?
Yes, it's. Okay. I mean, it's just any opportunity to help Zimbabweans. It's like, I mean, even now Mugabe's gone. It's still. I mean, the country's still in a very bad way. Economically, socially, and so yeah. So I just try and get people involved in in helping out people, donating money. I mean, so many people there are starving, and it's very sad. But there is there's a fantastic website which came around about, probably about 5 years ago now, called World Remit, where you can actually send money to people in Zimbabwe and they get it right away. And it's like, and it's safe. They're as safe as anything, and they communicate with you as well. Because the first time I did it, I was really hesitant. I thought, who are these people? I'm trusting them with my money, but they're really good. And if there's ever a problem with the money, they will text you or call you. And so it's a site called World Remit, which is just something that people, and they don't just send money to Zimbabwe; it's anywhere in the world. And I think it's helped a lot of people, that site. Yeah.
Now, where exactly is Zimbabwe?
It is. It's landlocked. It's just north of South Africa.
Okay, all right. So it's down. It's down
in the southern
part. Okay.
But it's not South Africa. That's what I have to stress.
Right.
But it's like we have an American Canadian thing that you guys have. It's when people say to you, "Oh, you're from South Africa," and it's kind of like, "No, I'm from Zimbabwe." It's kind of like, so I've just got to stress it. They're two different countries.
Kind of like North America, South America.
Yeah, North America, South America, Canada. It's like,
right.
It's the same. Australia, New Zealand. It's the same. It's there's the same. People kind of associate them with each other because they're nearby. But when you're from those places, you kind of like, no, we are different to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, I knew where it was, but I wanted our people listening to know where it was.
Sure, you did, Jeff.
I did. I Googled that shit.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. I had to. I was curious, actually. I mean, there's a lot of little countries in Africa. A lot of them.
What's very funny is that I once was going for a job interview where I had to get fingerprints and all of that. And, I go to the place, fill out the paperwork, and I'm waiting. And eventually this police officer, is like, woman comes out and says to me, "There's a problem." And I said, "What?" She said, "Your country is not in our database. It doesn't exist."
What?
Yeah. And I said, "Well, it used to be called Rhodesia. Look up Rhodesia. Rhodesia's not in there either." And so I was like, "Well, what do I do?" Because place of birth, I'm born in this place, which is not in this database. And I said, eventually they ended up just putting it down as South Africa, which I had to settle for that because but it was very funny that being, it was like, no. And eventually I remember I actually brought up a map on my phone. I was like, see, it does exist. I didn't make this place up.
Oh, that's odd.
Was that going for a job in the States or in
No, that was here in California. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No,
no, we know it exists. See, she's right there.
Yeah, but I could be lying. I could really just be from pouring out LA and I know the story.
I think correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff and Leo, but Chloe is now the second actress that we've had on this year from Zimbabwe.
Oh.
Yes.
Correct?
That is correct.
Oh, who was the first?
Oh, I knew she was going to ask me that.
Yeah, so you loaded yourself with that one, but no,
right.
It's you are right.
Hold on, I'll tell you. You got keep chatting. I'll tell you in 2 seconds.
No, I know you're right because when I was doing my research, it dawned on me that
Valerie Jane Parker.
Yes.
Ah.
Yep.
How dare she? I'm supposed to be the only Zimbabwean. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, obviously you're not because it doesn't exist.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yes.
But we proved that it does exist twice.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, that's kind of odd, actually.
Weird.
Right?
That's funny. It's like, and it's yeah, that is so funny.
I'm gonna have to talk to Clint over at October Coast. How we got the interview with you, but that was the same gentleman that got us the interview with Valerie Jane. I'm gonna be like, are you targeting?
That's so funny.
Amazing people from Zimbabwe here. What's going on? I'm just curious.
That's so funny. Yeah.
So,
besides producing and directing, what do you do in your off time, or also in retrospect, what did you do during 2020 to keep yourself sane?
Right. Well, I'll just say I don't direct. Not normally. That's the documentary. I'm a writer actor, but yeah. Well, we were working on the edit, And then 2020 was great because a friend of my dad wanted his biography written and was looking for a writer. And like the timing could not have been more perfect because this was for lockdown. I needed something to do. And so I wrote his biography. And that was fantastic. It was, I think, had I not had that to occupy me with during lockdown, I probably would have gone crazy. But yes, no, I do a bit of script editing. But yeah, my main love is acting and writing. Those are my main passions. Yeah.
Nice. Now, your mom is an artist.
That's right.
Now, what kind of art? Because art, being an artist can encompass so many different
My
things.
mom is one of these artists who is incredibly talented at whatever she paints. She does a lot of still lifes, a lot of landscapes. She has done numerous portraits of my sister and I, where she always flatters us. But she can literally, she can paint anything. She's very, very, she loves to do seascapes. She loves the ocean. My parents live 5 minutes from the beach, so she's done the most amazing seascapes. And in Africa, she used to do a lot of amazing landscapes. So she is incredibly talented. I don't know which end of the pencil to hold up when it comes to drawing, but it was just but she literally. But yeah, I think her portraits and seascapes, I think, are her two main loves.
Oh, okay, cool.
She's always doing something. Every time I talk to her on Skype, or she'll always be showing me what she's painting at the moment. And
Now, is there any way to find her work?
She did have a website. She was composing. I've got to ask her about that. I think it is AnnetteKileff.com. If I look that up now, she did have yes, AnnetteKileff.com.
Can you put that in the comments?
I got it.
Yes.
You got it?
Yeah.
I like good artwork.
Yeah, no, she is. Maybe I'm biased, but I think she's incredibly talented.
Well, of course you're biased. It's your mother.
Yes.
That's to be expected.
Yes. Well, she thinks everything I do is wonderful as well, which is why I never go to her when I have a script, because she'll tell me it's excellent when it sucks. So there are disadvantages to that.
So that's in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I took it right off my show notes.
Oh.
But I just let you guys run with the show tonight. I'm having fun just sitting back and watching.
Well, since we can also make it full screen and just
well, hi, that's great. Hold on. Yeah, I did. I actually did a pretty good job on the lineup today. Yeah, nice. Getting a little grayer though.
I didn't shave.
Yeah, this is from traveling to New York for a year with Jeff. A little gray in here.
Yeah.
Was that because of my driving?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, really?
No, your driving's fine.
I usually knock about 20 minutes off the estimated time of arrival, though.
Yeah. I usually get in the truck and I look at him and go, "Did you double dose your CBD before we leave?" And he goes, "No." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck." And if he says, "Yeah," I'm like, "Okay, it's going to be a smooth ride. He's not going to be screaming at everybody."
No, that's more important when we have to go to the cities.
Yeah.
Because I don't like cities.
Oh yeah, me too. And every other card's the enemy. I get it.
Oh yeah. He's in the fast lane doing 85. Somebody's doing the speed limit and he's screaming at him.
Yeah. Like, you didn't see me on my way over here today when I was running late. I was I was on the horn at the minute the light turned green. If they didn't move, I think they're all going, "Who the hell's that crazy bitch?"
I've got a show to get on.
Damn it.
Nothing wrong with an aggressive woman.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Right? Cool. Did I miss anything?
Leo looks like he was going to say something.
Well, I was going to say something about traffic, but I'm trying to limit my off comments. But
why? We don't.
Okay. Well, see, like in Connecticut, especially driving through Hartford, if you're doing like 20 over the speed limit, you're in the slow lane.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, it's funny. Like I do get very Yeah, I don't like driving in cities, but also I avoid the freeways because I don't know whether it comes from that I grew up in a country where we drive on the other side of the road, but I freak out on the freeways. And I think I'm the car you all hate on the freeway. I'm that slow person. All the cars just fly past me. And I'm just like, oh my God. So if I can avoid the freeway, I always do. I just hate it. I hate them. Sometimes you can't, though. Sometimes you actually have to take it. Otherwise, it's going to take you an extra hour. But yeah, I'm not a freeway person.
Especially in California, it's like takes 3 hours just to get down the freeway.
Oh yeah. It's terrible. Yeah. But interestingly enough, my GPS, I always consult my GPS, and sometimes a day, like usually around now, it's 5 PM. Sometimes it actually takes the same amount of time if you're going the freeway or not going the freeway. So I'll just always not go it because I just think, yeah.
I don't blame you there.
Yeah.
Right?
See, we're all, if we want to get anywhere here, you got to take the freeway because it's everything. So
otherwise, it's a long way around.
Oh, backroads. Yeah, Tom says he's a backroads guy.
Yes.
But
Tom Morris. Yeah, I'm a backroads guy. I like the backroads too, though. But usually, if they're dirt and I can slide sideways and.
Yes. I get that. Except the problem sometimes with the back roads, sometimes is, I always find that, sometimes like I feel like I'm jinxed if I'm running late and I'll take the back roads and I will choose the back road where a garbage truck is choosing to do a U-turn. Like that ever happened to you at the road, and then you look at the cars behind you and it's like, no, hurry up.
I usually hit the school buses.
Oh, yep. I hate those. Yes, the school buses or the cyclists who just come in front of you, and it's like, dude, I'm always terrified of hitting a cyclist. I'm just like,
right. Well, around here, a lot of them tend to ride right in the middle of the road.
Yes, same here. It's just, it drives me crazy.
Was that a reference to last weekend? Because that's what happened last weekend. We were heading to Greenfield. Yeah, there was like 7 of them. They just went whoop right in front of us, and he's like, "What the?" Yeah, I'm like, hey, it's Michelin on Schwinn Day. Let's go. Move.
That drives me crazy. Yep.
Yeah, because they're supposed to obey the laws of the road, just like an automobile.
No, but it's like they know they have this power over you and that they have this, I can do anything and it won't be my fault attitude. And it's
yeah, and I've got this attitude of, good thing you got your helmet on, buddy. Boom.
I tell you, there's a really terrible meme going around. I don't know if you saw it. And I hope I don't offend all your listeners, but it's a photo of
you can't offend our listeners, trust me.
Well, it's a photo of a guy, and he's got this look of relief, and it says, that feeling when you think you hit a dog, but you actually hit a cyclist.
Yeah.
That's great.
Actually, that is great.
That's great.
Horrible, but as I'm an animal lover, so I had to crack up with that.
Oh,
right.
No, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My kitty cat actually was just in here for about a half an hour.
I'm a crazy cat woman. What kind of kitty do you have?
Tabbies.
Me too. I have one tabby and one black. They're actually brother and sister. Their mom was just a real slut.
I have a brother and sister.
Right. And I have 2 solid black cats.
Oh, yeah? Oh, gorgeous. They are. I have, No, well, my little girl's solid black. Well, I think, no, she's actually got a little bit of, funny. She knows I'm talking about her. She's pricking up her ears. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. I know. She's got like a bit of like a sort of not a ginger, like a brownish in her. And my tabby, I think, is just a full tabby. Yeah, but no, I'm a crazy cat lady. It's just
Good to know.
Yeah. You've Ben, you've gone up in my estimation that much that you have a cat. That you're a cat person. It's like.
Ha Leo.
Wow. Yeah. See, I mean, look behind me. See all my cats?
Oh, you too. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Love it.
Yeah, I'm the lone dog guy. My wife has our dog and took her over to her parents to go swimming. So it's
I mean, I love dogs too. They're just not as good as cats.
Yeah.
Right. You don't have to pick a poop up.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
You kind of do, but not really.
Kind of do, but it's like, but they usually do it when they're trying to tell you something, like they're pissed at you or something. But no, I mean, we got ours when they were 8 weeks, and they were it's like, how do they know how to use a litter box? It just amazed me. They just know. But they're also, I always say, dogs are sluts. They like everyone. Whereas like when a cat likes you, you know you're worth it. It's just like, yes.
Well, cats have an attitude.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I heard something totally horrible the other day. Somebody at work said, after the apocalypse, the world's going to be run by cats because dogs are too dumb to make it out of the house.
That's funny. Well, it's funny, Jeff, when you say cats having an attitude. My kitties are actually, I've had several friends now who describe them as puppy kitties because they are they love people. They are so, they will run up to, whenever we have guests, they'll come and sniff them. And it's like, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. It's like they are they definitely are people cats.
Well, yeah, my cats are too. But when I say they have an attitude, it's like, one will jump up on my lap and want to be patted and purring.
Yes.
In the blink of an eye, that prick turns around and I'm all done. See you later.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's an attitude.
That's hilarious. Yeah, you can't. No, but no. I love that you're a cat person.
Always have been.
Yeah, mine doesn't do that.
Yeah. No.
But they're very particular about who they go to too.
Yes. Ours too. It's it's like they're very they're very particular and they're gorgeous little creatures.
Okay, well that was a whole conversation about kitty cats. I was going to use
That's
the other
right.
word, but I
See,
thought
for all you people that stayed tuned in, you didn't know we were going to be talking about cats.
Cats.
No, they are perfect creatures.
All right, Leo. On that note, I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Okay.
Yeah, didn't you look at the time, Leo? It's 8:15. He's hungry.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh wow.
It's dinner time for Jeffrey.
So what are you having tonight, Jeffrey?
Yeah, what are you having, Jeffrey?
Leftover ribs.
Oh, nice.
We gotta stop because you're having fucking leftovers.
Yes.
It's like, really?
Well, because Ann went out. She was out tonight. So I was on my own.
Okay. Is it takeout or is it
No, they came from the Outback a couple of nights ago.
Oh, Outback Steakhouse?
Yes.
Didn't I ask if they were takeout?
I thought you did, but you know what? I did see him drinking a beer.
Oh, beer has nothing to do with it.
It was the gummy before the show.
Oh, I neither confirm nor deny.
Leo.
Well, on that note, I want to thank everybody for watching this fine evening. And, we definitely urge you to check out Chloe and her movie Introducing Judea. And we have a bunch of information and show notes up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. And all the links where you can follow Chloe as well. So, Chloe, where do you like people interacting with you on social media?
I'm at my Instagram, Chloe Traicos Official, or I have a Facebook page too, just Chloe Traicos, and or just my IMDb is cool. So yeah, just whatever. Instagram is probably the best.
Sounds good. And Jeffrey,
don't even bother trying to interact with me. No, I'm just kidding. Facebook, I'll answer Facebook. Look me up. Toking with the Dead. The best place to get in touch with us is on stilltoken.com. Send us some emails right through there. We'll get right back to you. Sure. Don't Google me though. You can Google Leo, but don't Google me. There's too many of me's out there. You'll just get really fucking confused.
You might have. I mean, there's someone with your name who's a criminal, right?
Well, doesn't everybody have somebody with their name that's a criminal?
Actually, one of the guys who directed my last movie, there was actually a pedophile who had the same name as me. So he has to use his initial.
Right?
Yeah, it's like
That's great.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, thankfully Traicos is an unusual name, so it's I don't have to worry about that too much.
Benjamin.
No, you forgot yourself.
I did.
You
did. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Go ahead.
For me, just Google Leo Pine. You find a bunch of stuff. Could be true, could be not. I'm not going to say which is which, but more importantly, follow these awesome people. And for me, I run a little thing called the Dorkening Podcast Network. Over actually 40 shows on the network, which is absolutely insane. A lot of awesome people doing a lot of awesome stuff. Matter of fact, we're going to be doing a show in about 45 minutes. Tonight, we're going to be talking about Jaws and Loki episode 3 and a bunch of other stuff. What?
Nothing.
What did
me? I didn't do nothing.
Did you just call me a nerd?
No, he was trying to do the Jaws sound.
No, actually, I said nerd.
Oh, you did.
I don't mind. I prefer
We're all nerds at heart, Leo. It's okay.
Everybody's working their own way, you know.
Mute them. Just mute them.
Go ahead, mute me.
Never.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Well, while you're muted, real quick, Chloe, what makes you a dork besides filmmaking? What are you dorky about?
Oh, I'm dorky about so many things. I mean, I was a total dork in school. I was never with the in crowd. I think I'm a dork in that whatever mainstream does, I tend to do the opposite.
Okay.
So it can be anything. Whatever's fashionable, I'm not going to like it.
Isn't that being a rebel?
I'm actually, it's not deliberate though. I just generally find I'm like that. That's just, but yeah, what am I dorky about? I love old movies. That's one thing I'm really dorky about. I love old musical soundtracks. That's another thing. I think those are my two main ones. But yeah, it's but
that's awesome.
What's one of your favorite old movies?
Well, my favorite movie of all time is My Fair Lady, which, as you can see, there are elements of that in Jodea. So many. I love Casablanca. I love Charade, To Catch a Thief. So many. I love Hitchcock. Basically, any Hitchcock film I love.
Very nice.
Yeah. So I those are, I mean, those are some few. I could be here all day, but I love but I do have a thing for old movies.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice.
Well, we know Jeff's dorky about ribs.
Benjamin, take us out.
So, like Jeff said, you can find us on all social media platforms. Your best bet's going to stilltoking.com. You can find out everything you want to know about us, from the comic books to the filming to this amazing show with amazing guests like Chloe. But to all our veterans and first responders, we want to thank you for doing what you do every day so people like us can do what we do every day. We're out of here. Be safe. We'll see you next week.
Thanks.
Peace out.
Thank you.